Hello, this is Magic the Interviewsening, where we quest for ancient secrets and trade secrets, and your #1 source of Magic Interviewsening. I'm Reuben Bresler, and I'm here with the man who puts the star in Star City Games, Pete Hoefling.
Thank you for having me.
You founded Star City Games in 1995. Tell me a little bit about those early days.
Back then, it was actually just my parents and my parents knew nothing about comic books or gaming, so that made things kind of interesting. And since then, I mean, the story that what happens in between is way too long for this amount of time. But since then, I've been fortunate enough to come up with a lot of really cool ideas, and even more fortunate to find a lot of incredibly talented people to help me make those ideas happen. And here we are.
And of course, today, Star City Games is the world's largest Magic the Gathering retailer, and you're the top dog. Was this your intention when you started the business?
To become a top dog?
Well, to become the world's largest Magic the Gathering retailer.
No. My intention when I started the business was just to make a living doing something that I enjoyed doing. And then the internet kind of became a thing, and everything changed.
You rarely speak to the public or appear on camera. Are you basically the Howard Hughes of Magic? Do you collect pee in mason jars? Crash top secret military aircraft?
Both.
Both? Nice. Excellent. Good to know. You decided to settle your company in Roanoke, Virginia, a city chiefly known today as the bath salts capital of the United States. Because when you think industry, you think Roanoke. What the hell, man?
Like I said, when I first located the company here, it was just my parents and I. It wasn't what it is today. If I had to do it all over again, would it be somewhere else? Possibly.
This year, the StarCityGames.com Open Series is giving away $10,000 in prizes at each Open, and over $100,000 for every invitational weekend. All told, you're giving away over $1 million in prizes this year. Do you find that now that you have more money, you have more problems?
Yeah, something like that.
Do you like to swim in your vault of gold coins or just look at them?
Look at them.
You look at them, no swimming?
Not as easy as you would think.
You may have all that dough, but you still drive a Honda Accord. Where's the Batmobile? I'm sorry, the Pete-mobile.
It's in the shop.
It's in the shop?
Currently, yes.
How were you first introduced to Magic?
I had a comic book shop at the time. We had started carrying Magic, and some guys were playing it in store. It was slow, and I went over, was watching them play. It looked like a lot of fun. They taught me how to play. I think it was maybe 2 weeks later I played in my first PTQ and won it and qualified for Pro Tour Dallas, which I think was in 1996.
What's the farthest you've ever traveled for a Magic event?
Japan, twice.
What's your favorite Magic card?
Of all time, Keldorn Outpost. And that's just because that was the card that the deck that I qualified for that first Pro Tour was kind of built around, and it's kind of always been my favorite card.
What's the most fun deck you've ever played?
Anything with green-black cards in it. I always call it the Rock. It's never the same deck twice.
Which Ravnica guild do you identify most with?
Golgari.
What's your opinion of the Invitational?
I think the Invitational is incredible. If you've ever been to an Invitational before, it's 1,000 Magic players in a room having a great time, and it lets us do all sorts of really cool, fun stuff. We've got one coming up next weekend in Atlanta, and it's going to be awesome.
StarCityGames.com will be running the upcoming Grand Prix in Charlotte. Is this just an excuse to go to the NASCAR Hall of Fame? Two favorite sports in one city, NASCAR and Magic.
Like chocolate and peanut butter?
Do you think that NASCAR and Magic go together like chocolate and peanut butter?
Not exactly. It's more an excuse for us to do some really, really cool, fun stuff. And hopefully everybody will be in Charlotte.
Several well-known Magic players have moved to the Roanoke area recently to work for StarCityGames.com. Brad Nelson, Brian Brown-Duin, Alian Trazi, and Charlie Gindy, to name a few. How do you feel about introducing a destructive organism to the Roanoke F&M ecosystem, essentially killing the native species?
I think that the only way that people get better is by playing against players who are better than they are. So I actually view it as a good thing.
You rarely play Magic anymore, but when you do you ban anyone who beats you?
I should do that.
If they're your employees, you'd like let them go? Why not if you don't?
I just haven't thought about that before.
Yeah, that's the power, man. You have the power. First you get the money, then you get the power. I think everybody knows the quote. We'll move on. What are your plans for the future of StarCityGames.com?
Just keep on doing what we're doing, trying to find bigger and better ways to do what it is that we do, and just kind of keep growing and keep having a good time while we do it.
And now the most important question, what kind of hair gel do you use? You're my hair idol. It used to be John Stamos, but it's you now.
It might actually be easier for me to tell you which hair gels I don't use.
I'll let you keep it a secret, that's fine. We'll let that be your brand there. Pete, thank you for paying me to do this today.
Thank you.